Hi, I'm Sid Lockhart with Meridian Manufacturing. I am here standing with our Meridian 1039 Truck Load Auger. Let's go into some of the features here before we start it up. This auger here, 39 feet, is a great example. Continuous flighting, continuous core from the bottom to the very top. And anything over 39, then we will do a spline connection. Huge advantage to continuous flighting is, number one, this flighting is wrapped very tight around the core all the way up. And you can see there's very little, if any, chance of seed or anything getting hung up on that flighting. But because you've got a straight core all the way up, it also runs much smoother and quieter. But that's good for the operator and the noise, but it also adds to the longevity because it is smooth, and it doesn't wear out as fast. This unit is the fully equipped truck load auger, so it obviously has the mover and all that. It also has the reversing gearbox, and we're going to show you how to operate that. It has the electric clutch and approximately 20 plus feet of cable here on a magnet, so that you're able to take that if you're working under a hopper bin, or if you're under your truck or in your bin, whatever. You've got a safety feature right here, and there's another switch like that at the other end as well. Light package, LED bright lights. This one here, obviously covering your truck end or your grain end. There's another really bright one right over top of the engine, so you've got good visibility at night for operating in the different controls. And two lights at the top into your hopper, your truck box, so you have your well lit and operating at night. Just a little on the mover here. Right now we've disconnected it from the back of a pickup and just dropped it here, but we're going to show you how to hook it up to a truck. But when in transport, just lift, and we're going to demonstrate this, but just lift the mover up, safety chains on both sides, and they just hook into here. And very important for being in transport, and right now we are engaged because I drove it over here. But when we go to move it down the road, very important to disengage both drives. It will destroy the pump, and you're going to end up having to replace the hydraulic pump here. But just you want to make sure these gearboxes aren't engaged to the ring. This is just for convenience when you're changing your oil, so you don't have oil, a big mess all over everything. It takes the oil from your engine block down to the bottom. Little flow valve here. This will allow you to, sometimes if the oil's a little heavy in the wintertime, you're able to make slight adjustments here to give yourself a little extra capacity and oil flow. Hydraulic winch, everything's operated that way. I'll just show the winter kit on the engine. So what we're doing here, there's a shroud over the exhaust to and an air inlet here. So in the wintertime, this just goes onto this hood, so you're sucking pre-warmed air into the engine, into the carb, and it helps. But don't do that in the summertime or even in the fall. You just disconnect that and let that hose keep it out of the way. Just a few user tips here for the controls. Similar to just a regular throttle, it's if I want to go that direction, I roll forwards, so we're going to consider that forwards. If I want to roll back, or I'm going to push it under a trailer or a bin, I just roll it towards me and roll back. And it's sensitive to how far you twist it or how far you roll it forward. Obviously rolling it all the way is its fastest mode, and is just like a throttle. This lever here will lift the bottom end, the intake end of your auger, lift or drop it, and this will lift and drop the head end of the auger. There is a valve here for if you just want, for safety reasons, you don't want anybody touching anything. This valve will completely shut off so that nothing will happen here. I'm going to also, when we start it up, demonstrate how you can do a quick service on the head end. The top end, the chain drive at the top, is dry. It doesn't run in oil. It's a dry dry chain drive. It comes obviously lubricated and ready to roll, but every season make sure you do a good job of lubricating that chain again and make sure that chain is tight. And if you're running lots of bushels through this auger, you may want to just check the tension, the tightness of that chain throughout the season, but do not over tighten it. Just keep it just right. We can start it up. We're going to run it a little bit, and when I'm finished, I'm going to put it in a position as if I was going to back my truck up to it and take it to another bin yard. One of the inventions of the Sakuniak family was the self-leveling motor mount, and this auger obviously features that. We put it in a service position with the head end down at less than 5 feet, and that engine's still at a really comfortable operating position. I want to just show the reversing gearbox and just how to use the clutch, and use the clutch to an advantage for not just safety, but just a way to run the equipment without it jarring and jerking. Right now the electric clutch is engaged, and all we're turning are the belts and the pulleys, so there's no flighting turning right now. It's because we're in the neutral position here. So I shut off or disengage the clutch. I'll put it in the drive position. That's the forward position and normal operating. And now with my switch, I can hear the flighting. So I can shut that off with my clutch here. My engine's still running. Everything's doing its thing at that end. Now I move to neutral and then to reverse, and then I hit my clutch again. And that's how a customer would clean out his auger. So I'll just demonstrate how you start the auger under load without damaging anything. So right now, we're going to assume the auger's full of grain, but we've shut off the switch. So it's important when you start it up under load, you don't need to have it revved up lots. So have need enough RPM to make sure that it will engage. The first thing you do is loosen up your belt. Then we're going to start the clutch again. And now our clutch should be just spinning when it's on. Then we'll tighten this back up. And we'll give it some throttle. I hope that was helpful and you learned some things. To learn more about this auger, visit our website, meridianmfg.com. Thanks again for listening and watching this, and see you again.